A nigga might be from a third world country, but a nigga got standards.
Nigga, stop look at me. Boy, he there I there tap me. Yana TV that's a look at me.
Hola, hola. It's your boy Tico Trend. And I'm gonna talk about a funny thing that I was actually in a conversation with. Because it's basically the woman that uploads my videos to my channel. I was having a conversation with Liliana about various things, and she was laughing at a video that I had, she's laughing at a video that I had, got done doing. And it was kind of funny. Just FYI, Liliana is actually from Cuba. Yeah, so, but she was laughing at a video that I actually did. And she goes to me, I don't understand why everybody throws a fit in the comment section below. You actually have a point, is what she was saying to me. She's like, I can actually see where you're coming from, and I can actually understand where you're coming from, and I know that you're not necessarily talking about all women, but I know being a woman that if I was on the outside looking in, I'd be offended by it, and I'd probably jump on your case basically about the shit. But the shit that you actually say is like legit on point. It's like legit on point. She basically was telling me that the shit I say is legit on point. So like I don't understand why people are throwing a fit about what's true. But then I also told her, you also got to take into consideration people don't like truth. The truth is fun until somebody takes it personally, or it's about them. Everybody loves the truth until it's actually about them, or they take it personally and take offense to it, and it's about them. Is what I was telling her basically. That's why people like get mad and jump on a bandwagon or unsubscribe and shit like that basically, and because somebody took it to heart, so now they got to go now. And that's the thing that I notice about people. That's the thing that I notice about women or people in general. When they take something to heart, they get offended and they'll take to it in a comment section, literally. But the thing about it is, people don't have a lot of people don't have the ability to step outside themselves and view it from a different perspective. All they know is I shot at them and now they're offended because I wronged them basically, even though it wasn't actually them. That's the mentality that a lot of people seem to carry, especially women. They tend to carry that mentality that it's about them. Oh my God, he's talking about me. Oh my God. It's no, heifer, no, calm it on down. It's really not that serious. Not everything's about you. Despite the fact that you like attention and you're narcissistic, not everything the fuck's about you. It's that fucking simple. And that's the problem that I have with messages or conveying messages when it comes to the topic of women. Women tend to look at it like, he's talking about me. Bitch, did I say your name? Then bitch, shut up. That's exactly how I easily view it. Did I say your name? Then basically shut the fuck up. And that's the thing I've noticed with women. And then when they can't get you to actually see that you're hurting their feelings, or their feelings are hurt, they go to the shaming tactics, or they go to your go-to things like, well, you're racist. Okay, I don't believe I said anything racist in that video, but we'll run with this. Okay, how am I racist? And nobody says anything, and they get quiet about the shit because they have nothing to say about it, because there's no racist thing in there. Or they'll say I'm sexist. No, I'm not sexist. I'm basically just speaking from my experience and how I perceive things and how I see things in life, basically. So how the fuck am I racist if this shit happened to me? It's not racist. And that's the thing that I hate to say to people, because you'll get, well, you're racist. No, I'm not racist. If I was racist, I would just be blatantly racist. a white supremacist is racist. I'm not racist in the least bit. It's not racist if you actually talk about shit that legit happened to you in real fucking life. It's not racist in the least bit. Just because you say, this happened to me and it was this person from this group of people, that don't make you fucking racist. That means a legit incident happened to you, and it was from a person from this group of people basically that did it. You're basically pointing out the details. It's kind of like who, what, when, where, and why. Basically, when I'm telling the story, who, what, when, where, and why is when I tell the incident that happened to me. And it's sad, like how people take it to heart. Well, you're racist. No, I'm not racist in the least bit. It's kind of hard for me to be racist coming from a very, very diverse cast of characters in my fucking family. Legit. Like, it's very hard for me to be racist when one of my, matter of fact, intros actually have a Spaniard, an Indian, and a black man. I mean, a Native American, a native, when it has a Spaniard, a native, and a black man in a fucking photo. It's very hard to be racist when I acknowledge that's where the fuck my grandmother came from, and that's where the fuck my grandfather came from, or that's where the fuck my other grandfather came from, or my great-grandparents came from, basically. How is that fucking racist? On top of that, for me to actually be racist, that will require me not to have any white friends. Doesn't feel good when a black person uses it on you. Yeah, that will require me not to have black friends. And considering that, I think I said 60% of my friends are white, I'm pretty sure that classifies me as not racist if 60% of my friends are white. Or 60% of the people I associate with are white. You can't be racist and associate with 60% of the group of people that you're supposedly racist against. Now, it'd be different if I only associated with like 1, 2, maybe 3 people from that race and went on about my merry way. Then we can actually question if I'm racist or not. But considering that, you know, Liliana is actually white and she's actually Cuban, that pretty much puts it in the ballpark of not racist. Let that shit sink in. The person who posts my videos is a white Latina. How is that fucking racist? In all technicality, I'm actually employing white people, which actually would make me racist or what they call it, bias against other groups of people, basically. In all technicality, once you think about it. If we're going to use your logic, that would actually, if I am racist, that would make me racist against some black people, some Indian people, some everybody else but white people, apparently. But yeah, so yeah, that's the thing that makes it so funny when I need to laugh when people say stupid shit like that, because like that's where they have to go mentally to actually feel better about themselves. And I understand that about people because, like I said in another video, I can actually get into their mind state to actually understand where they're fucking coming from, to actually, so they can justify their reasoning, especially when they don't respond back to my messages in the comment section below. I know that, you know, they're in their feelings at that time, and I really don't care. And what you said has no basis in it anymore. And I've always found that funny, how things actually like that actually play out. Because I look at it like this. Look, if I am racist, I'm going to need you to actually have proof. Come with the proof. Because quite frankly, I've always said if I was racist, I wouldn't work in the situation. I wouldn't work at the hospital I'm working at. And in fact, I probably wouldn't work at a hospital at all if I was racist. That's just it. And I wouldn't be nice to white people. And if I was racist, I would actually hate white men. And I actually don't really hate white men at all. I don't really hate white people in the least bit. I don't hate anybody in the least bit. I dislike people that do stupid shit. I dislike stupidity in a heartbeat, yes, but I don't dislike any group of people. I'm an equal opportunity hater, if you want to call me a hater, basically. Or I'm an equal opportunity discriminator, basically. I will discriminate against anybody across a broad spectrum. Hell, I got videos talking shit on black people on this channel. Missed that shit, didn't you? I got videos talking shit on Latinos. Missed that shit too, didn't you? I got videos that talk shit on every single group of person, every single group of people under the sun on this channel. But y'all seem to miss that shit. And this is how I know when it's a woman actually involved, because it's a topic about a woman. So all of a sudden now I'm racist against women. Or racist against white women. No, I'm not racist against white women. Matter of fact, out of 60% of my friends that are white, about 90% of them are women. Yeah. No, hold on. No, I'm sorry. I lied. Sorry about that. 80 to 85% of them are women. I'm sorry. I made a mistake on that one. But yeah, legit, 80 to 85 of my white friends are women. Let that shit sink in before you start talking trash about my character. And that's the thing that I don't seem to get. And no, I don't really befriend none of my coworkers, because I view them basically as, like I said in other videos, if we weren't in this place, if we didn't meet in this place, would we actually talk? And for about 90 to 97% of my coworkers, the answer is no. Nigga, if we didn't meet at work, we wouldn't talk to each other. So don't pretend like we would. So quit acting like, you know, Terrence is offending me. No, bitch, I'm not offending you. We wouldn't talk if we didn't meet here. So I'm going to need you to mind your fucking business and keep it moving, or not try to drag me into your emotional train wreck that is you, basically. That's exactly how I feel about things. I don't really give a fuck about your feelings. Because I know, like I said, if we didn't work together, we wouldn't talk to each other. Nor would I care to get to know you. That's the honest to God truth. So that's basically how I treat my coworkers. I treat them like coworkers that I have to deal with for this X amount of time. Do I call them outside work? Hell no. Hell no, not in the least bit. I don't really talk to them outside work all that often. I mean, I have a couple that may text me, let me know what's going on with their health and stuff like that, but I really don't talk to my coworkers. I don't talk to my coworkers outside work. Now, my paramilitary job, oh yeah, I talk to all my fucking coworkers over there, because all them motherfuckers is cooling down to earth. The women and the men. I talk to all of them motherfuckers. They're legit down to earth motherfuckers. Literally. I literally hang with them motherfuckers. I fucks with them motherfuckers basically outside work. Like, we go shoot the breeze at a bar, you know. We do anything together. We go shooting together. We go literally shooting together. A lot of times, like, I got a couple people that like hunting. I go hunting with them motherfuckers, basically, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I actually legit vibe with that group of people over here on that side, literally. Whereas like the people at my lab job over here, I don't really see myself, with the exception of maybe 2, maybe 3 of them, I don't really see myself hanging with none of them outside work, if you know what I mean. I mean, there is the one coworker that I have, if they get sick, I will show up at the hospital for them. Or there's a couple coworkers, if they get sick, I will show up at the hospital for them to show how much I care about it, or value them as a coworker, basically. But that's generally it. I value as a coworker. And losing that coworker kind of sort of hits hard, basically. Because then now everybody's got to start picking up slack, basically, and stuff like that, basically. That's generally how, but I only have, I'd say I probably have, 4, maybe 5 coworkers who I would show up in their hospital, at the hospital that they're in, to go visit them, basically. 4, maybe 5 coworkers that I would actually do that for. Not everybody gets that same treatment. Hell, there's a lot of people that I refer to. There were a lot of women at work that I refer to, that I tell, like, I love you like my little sister, that I wouldn't show up at their damn bedside if they were in a hospital. But like, I have certain coworkers that actually fall into that niche that directly, especially if it directly affects me, if their job directly affects me, I will show up at their bedside, and I would be there, and I would be a caring coworker, literally, because it directly affects me, if you know what I mean. I would say probably everybody in micro, Everybody in the microbiology department, I would show up at their bedside if they got sick or something ill, if they felt ill or, something became of them, I would show up at their bedside, literally. There's not too many people say that I would do that. My direct supervisor, matter of fact, if something was to become of her or something she was to fall ill, I would actually show up at her bedside. I mean, she may think and may tell people I don't like her or like, stuff like that. But I care enough to actually show up at her bedside and actually make sure she's okay, because her being my direct supervisor, it actually affects me, if you know what I mean. And I don't think I can actually work for another person outside of her, to be honest. Because we have this rapport where I don't see myself ever actually working for another person, basically, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so if she retired, I probably would hit hard, because I can't see myself actually being under the next supervisor regime, basically, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so that would actually hit me hard if actually she retired or something happened to her. And she's actually a white lady, to actually be honest, because like we don't have any black supervisors at my job at my job at the laboratory, at the hospital. So yeah, that would actually hurt me very much if she was actually not be with us or not be able to work with us anymore health-wise and or retire, basically. That would actually hit me very hard. And if something was to happen to her, like she injures herself or gets hospitalized, I would legit show up at her bedside, basically, to show my support and appreciation for her being my supervisor and like her being there and like, because we built that rapport where, I would literally show up at her bedside. But like outside of her, anybody else in the lab outside of microbiology, there's a high chance I'm not going to show up at your bedside. There's a high chance I'm not going to show up at any function that you're having. There's a high chance I'm going to not show up for after hour work hangouts, basically. And that's legit how I operate. It's basically what it is. I care for who I care for, and I don't care for who I don't want to care for, basically. Because I look at it like this. If we were, like I said, legit, if we weren't at work, would we have this fucking conversation? Or would we have this rapport? Will we even talk to each other? And like I said, for 97% of my coworkers, the answer is no. The answer is legit no. It's probably I'd say probably anywhere between 95 to 97% of my coworkers, the answer is no. The other remaining, the answer is yes. Legit yes. And that's legit how I view things, and that's legit how I view people in life, basically. Like, I don't really care how you feel. And that's legit how I actually justify how I feel about a person. If we wouldn't hang out outside work, or if we wouldn't talk outside work, then I really don't give a fuck how you feel about me at work or outside work, literally. Is basically how I feel about it. Like I said, there are coworkers who actually care enough about to actually show up at their bedside if something was to happen to them or if they were to retire or leave, basically. But outside of that, I really don't care. I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's your fucking feelings. You need to fix your fucking feelings. I'm not responsible for your fucking feelings. It's called a self-esteem for a reason. You need to fix your own fucking self-esteem. It's the esteem of your motherfucking self, in the famous words of Cat Williams, basically. I can't fuck up your self-esteem. That's something that you need to work on personally. That's legit. So don't be coming at me with some bullshit, basically, because your feelings got hurt. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Fix your own fucking feelings. It's that fucking simple. Your self-esteem has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with your own fucking self. And your own self-worth and your own self-confidence and your own your self-preservation, or how you fucking view yourself, basically. You don't need me to make your confidence better. You need to make your own damn confidence better, basically.